Hi everyone, welcome to the new video of getting started with R or R for absolute beginner. In this video, I'll try to cover packages in R, tidyverse, how to read a CSV file, how to modify it and then save it, and how to make a plot or graph using the ggplot package. So first, packages. What are packages in R? Packages are like the functions which makes things easier, which make your coding easier, and packages are probably one of the most wonderful thing in R. For example, you might want to perform some statistical test in R, and for that you might have to write a bunch of line of course. But instead of doing that, what you can do is you can go in the internet and then search for that packages. Most probably somebody already has built that packages. You can just install that package in your R and use it. It's that simple. And tidyverse is a collection of different packages like ggplot, readr, dplyr, and many more. And tidyverse is one of the most useful and one of the most commonly used packages in R. In this video, I'll try to cover using the ggplot package which is included in the tidyverse. We can use the ggplot to make graph, and we can also make the graph or figures from the ggplot package ready for any kind of presentation or even ready for your research publication. But first, let's start by reading a CSV file which is in your device. So yeah, I have this CSV file which is called the hurricanes.csv in my device. So in order to read this file, first I'm gonna just copy the file path, and then the function that will be used to read the CSV file is just read.csv. If you want to know more about this, just put a question mark in front and run it, and in the help section you can find every bit of details about the read.csv. In this case it is showing read.table, read.csv. Yeah, so let's try. I need to assign a file name, so I'll just call it file.name and then read.csv. Here I just need to give my file path, and then after the first we need to change these to the other direction, and then I need to keep the name of my file path, which is this. I'm just gonna copy it and then paste it over here. Okay, so if I run this, you can see in the environment I now have the file, CSV file called file.name. If I run this, I can see the CSV file. It has got month, average, and all the data. And if your CSV file has any other conditions, like if you want to keep the header or not keep it, you can choose to have this additional line of code. If you have your file separated by comma or by spaces or any other symbol, you can give the separator, and there are a bunch of things you can try. For now, let's just do this simple thing. Since I have the CSV file in my R environment now, I'm gonna use the ggplot package. Before using ggplot package, we need to know how to install packages in R. It is super simple, super easy. So just go to the packages over here and then press install, and then just give the name. Instead of installing just the ggplot package, I want to install the tidyverse, which is a collection of several packages which are mostly used in tidyverse in the R environment. Sorry. So I'm gonna search for the tidyverse. Here it is, and then I'm gonna install it. I do want to restart now. No, yeah. Warning install.pack. Okay, so since I have already installed my tidyverse packages, it is not installing again. So that's how you can install the package. And after installing the package, you might want to use it, and the way to use it is just type the library and then give the name of the package and then simply run it. See, the tidyverse package is now in your device and you can use it. So I'm gonna try to use the ggplot inside the tidyverse package. For the ggplot, the first input we have to give is the data, and then we need to give the mappings first. What happens if I just run the ggplot? See, in the plot section I just have an empty plot, but I don't want that. What I want is I want to make a plot between, let's say, the year 2005 and 2006. So I'm gonna have to fill up some data. First, I need to give the name of the file. If you want to know more about the ggplot like before, what you can do is just put a question mark here and then just write, and you can see all the details about ggplot, right? So I'm gonna use the ggplot. First, I need to give the data. In our case, the data is file.name. After the data, I need to give it the mapping, the aesthetics inside the mapping, which are the x-axis, the y-axis. So mapping aesthetics inside it, I'm gonna have to give the x and y values. The x is going to be year 2005 and y is going to be the year 2006. So x is going to be 2005 and y is going to be 2006. If I run it, here you can see I now have the plot, and then in the plot I have x-axis and the y-axis, but still I don't have anything in my plot. So I need to add, just give a plus sign, then I need to add the point. For that, I'm gonna say zoom underscore point. And if I run it, see, now I have the point in my plot. What if I also want the line? Then give the plus, which is add, and then type the line. And if you run this, you now also have the line in your plot. Easy, right? So that's how you can use the ggplot, and there are several ways to make your ggplot look way easier. You can change the name of the x-axis, y-axis, change how your graph looks, change the colors and everything. But for now, I'm gonna just make it this simple, and I'm gonna also show you how to make the ggplot, how to use the ggplot to make a histogram. So ggplot, let's give the data, which is file name. In the mapping, it's going to be, for the histogram I just need only one input, so I'm just gonna give the x, and then I'm gonna try here histogram. If I run this, see, now you can see the histogram of the year 2005. So that's all about the use of ggplot. And now let's see our file name again. So when I run the file name, I can see what's inside the file name. And what I want to do is, now I want to add one more column to our file name, which is going to be the year 2016. So file.name and $, then the name of the new column, which is going to be 2016. I'm giving an x in front of the year 2016 because this is the numeric value, and if you want to make the numeric value your column name, you need to start with x. So this is going to be, I can use either equal sign, or I can also try this symbol. I usually prefer this symbol. The shortcut for this is alt minus. And let's say I want all the entries for the year 2016 to be one, right? So if I see my file name now, there should be an additional column 2016, entries is 1. Yeah, perfect. If you want other values like 1, 2, 3, you can just keep it over here. If you want from 1 to 8, you can just do something like this and then run it. Now you have values from 1 to 8. So now the original file that I read was, sorry, where is that? Yeah, hurricane. There were only the data for 2015, and then I added one more column which is data for 2016, and now I want to save this file. So to save this file, the command that we're going to use is write.csv. here you can see all the details about using write.csv. So write.csv, first we need to give our file. The file in our case is file dot name. Then after that we need to give the file path. So I'm gonna save it in the same file path, so just copy and paste it over here. Oops, sorry for that. Just copy it and then paste it over here. I want to change the name of the file to hurricanes edited, and then just gonna run it. So I now should have one more file in my device. Yeah, there is one more file, hurricane edited, and it has one more extra columns. So I think that's all for today's video. I think I tried to cover all the objectives for today, and yeah, happy learning. I will see you in the next one. Thanks.